Here are some things that every Albion player wants. We're going to go over several different things, and I don't mean the basic things like, oh, I want gold and silver, dude. Yes, so does everyone. We know that. I don't mean, oh, we want, faster fame farms. Of course, no, we're talking about more niche things. Let's get into it. We want t-shirts. We all want a t-shirt of this game. We want a black t-shirt with the Albion Online logo. We want official merch that we can buy from albiononline.com, not these weird third-party people that are probably breaking copyright or these weird third-party t-shirt sites. No, we want, coffee mugs and thermoses and water bottles and t-shirts. Anytime any of us go out to like a nerd outing, like an arcade or a bar or something, I know that you've had the thought of wearing an Albion Online t-shirt. That way someone looks at your shirt and they're like, oh, I also play Albion Online. Wow, what's your character name? Oh, my character name is this. Oh, that's cool. We should go, to the Black Zone sometime and kill some mobs. And yes, that's why people buy t-shirts, so that they can share their hobbies and interests. And the company is not only losing money by not having t-shirts being sold on their website, but they are losing the fandom and the player base's, loyalty, because we can't buy a t-shirt for this game. I can't represent the game that I've spent the last 5 years playing. And I know I'm not alone when I feel this way, but a lot of people, if they sold merch, and I know that's they're a game company, they're not like a t-shirt company, I get that, but I think someone on their team, or they could hire someone, they have millions of dollars, they can hire somebody to set up some very basic and simple t-shirt sales and sell them to the fan base. And you could even be like, if you buy 2 t-shirts, we'll throw in 500 gold and a month of premium. And dude, instead of a skin bundle, where you get some gold in the game, you get a real life t-shirt bundle, and you can have a little, license plate sticker or something. Just, the game needs official merch. Every freaking game out there sells merch. Why doesn't Albion Online sell any? I don't know why. But I know the t-shirts exist because when you watch the dev talks, Robin Henkes has an Albion Online t-shirt, and I know that they didn't buy it from a third-party site. Most likely, probably not. They probably have made it in-house somewhere or something. So why not give the rest of us a damn Albion Online t-shirt? You can even send your official content creators, free little loot crates with the shirts, and they can show it off and, sell it to their fans and have a referral link and get a little bit of commission from it or something. Now, I'm not an official creator, so I don't get to do that, obviously, but at least, they won't have to sell silver and RMT and avoid bans to, pay their medical bills, allegedly, supposedly. Number 2 is events that anyone can participate in. Very rarely does this game have any kind of event where it's like, oh, hey, the devs are doing a bonus game on the test server, and you can come try it out and compete and win prizes. They do it twice a year maybe, and they almost do nothing for the public, and they don't really announce a lot of things that they do. And let me just give you an example of an event, an in-game, sort of in-game event. Here we have the small scale cup, which no one cares about. I'm sorry, Judge Nutmeg? Whatever. Judge Nutmeg. That's a hard name to say. But the point is, it's a 20v20 tournament, but it's only an in-house tournament. It's not something that anyone could have just signed up for. If you go to this YouTube page, Small Scale Cup, they have 2 videos right now, and one of them, it's no commentary. It's an open world Black Zone fight, right? And it's a 20v20, and clearly the winners are the ones who had the better battle mounts. Why is there a 20v20 tournament in the open world Black Zone with battle mounts allowed? I mean, come on. If they just brought 8.4 and command mammoths, they're going to win no matter what, right? But the point is that things like this aren't open to the public. Yeah, you could watch it, but you can't participate in it. As a gamer, as someone who's been playing the game, a lot of us want to participate in, the little events going on. But this thing is an absolute joke. 500 million silver is a joke. Okay, let me tell you why that prize is a joke. Check this out. We're going to take 500 million silver. If the 20v20 team wins this prize, they get 500 million silver. Divide that by the 20 players that win. Oh no! That's only 25 million silver per player. Guess what? The price of premium is 30. Look, you're giving the winnings to these players, and they can't even buy a month of premium with it. Excuse me. And to top it off, they probably can't even buy an 8.4 weapon. I don't I like the. Let's look at the price of an 8.4 item here. We'll just go to Curse Staff, okay? 39 million, okay? Shadow Collar, 33 million. A little weird there. 45 million. All right, well, that's Masterpiece. 49 million. We have 54 million. Like, what are they gonna... Oh, they can buy a crossbow. They can buy an 8.4 crossbow with their prize winnings. Wow. Wow, dude. You're giving them 24 hours worth of gathering money. That is not a prize. That is not something to be proud of. That, like, come on. This is supposed to be the best of the best in the world. 20 versus 20, right? And you're giving them, like, chump change. You're giving them literally nothing. All right, number 3, stop taking things away from solo players. Solo players keep getting promised, oh, we have these new updates, and it's going to be really good for solo players. But it just ends up being nerf after nerf after nerf in the last 4 years. Solo players have had it the worst. We are the most prosecuted of groups in this game, I tell you what. Now, for those that don't know, they nerfed solo static dungeon farming. Make this make sense, guys. Make this make sense. You go to a static dungeon, right? Yes, a static dungeon is a group area, but if you're a very good solo player with strong gear, you could solo the enemies. But if you are by yourself, they give less fame than if you are allied with other people. I get that their point is to incentivize that you party up with people, but some people don't want to do that. Look, not all of us have friends or want to party up with people and stuff, and so all you did with these patch changes was take away from us. Do you know how many people flooded my comments saying that they quit the game over this? It's probably the biggest exodus of people I've ever seen, at least in my community, from this game. Your patch ruined the game for them, and it ruined everything they were working towards, and now they just go play something else. And this game has been taking away from solo players since it's been out. Solo random dungeons used to be 2 million silver an hour in yellow zones. Yes, you could go to yellow zone solo dungeons, and you could make 2 million silver an hour back in 2020. That was nerfed, and it's just been continual nerfs. Like right now, at my top, I could maybe earn 400k an hour in yellow zone solo dungeons, right? That is a huge nerf from, 2 million. And the fame that they took away is a 69% nerf, making it completely pointless. And they keep trying to paint these things, these new updates of solo players like, oh, the save portal is for solo players. Yeah, it's good for taking a 4.1 out in mob grinding because you forced everyone to make that the only mob grind when there is nothing else in the game worth doing now for fame at all because you nerfed it all. All the yellow zones got nerfed. The black zone got slightly buffed, which it needed a buff. And yeah, it makes sense that the black zone should be the best fame farm and stuff, but even for solo players, the black zone is not a place to go. Like, yeah, you take the save portal, you take a cheap, 25k, 4.1 set out there, and then you eventually get murdered in an average of 15 minutes by a 20-man gang group, and yes, it happens. Look, it's fine if you buff other content, just stop nerfing the solo stuff. Let us keep the 2 million silver per hour yellow zone dungeon grind, and I guarantee you there's going to be like 10,000 or more players every single day that will come back just to do solo dungeons because they're making an okay amount of money. They're having fun doing it. It's something repetitive that they can do. They can turn on some music, watch some anime while they do it, and almost now the only thing left for solo players in this entire game is to gather. That's it. That's all they have left, and once you figure out how to nerf that, like, the player base is basically just gone. Number 4 is voice chat. People want proximity, team, party, guild, voice chat. Yes, a lot of people use Discord, Venturilo, TeamSpeak, what have you, to call and to talk to each other through voice. But games where there are proximity voice chat have very memorable moments, very viral moments, very unforgettable moments where something might happen. Remember when that one stupid pirate sailing game, Sea of Thieves, came out? And there's like some viral clip where there's a guy that's like, hey, Captain, look over there. And there's like a giant ship charging towards them. And they're all screaming over the mic and having a blast. You don't get that in Albion. What you get in Albion is you join a Discord and you have a shot caller that says the same phrase 20 times in 2 seconds. And no one follows the phrase he told. He might be like, go east, go east, go east, go east. And then everyone blows up and dies from a bomb squad. and then you have the shot caller calling you all sorts of nasty slurs and words and demeaning you for the next 30 minutes. That's not fun. But with proximity voice chat, the solo players who aren't in guilds and discords and parties and, have a bunch of friends from high school or whatever, or, bend the knee and pretend to be someone that they aren't so that they can get along with people for virtual pixels, will be able to join in on the fun and have a little bit of banter and a little bit of spiciness and add a little bit of brutality to the game. Imagine that, you're a gank group, and this isn't just for solos, like say you're at a gank group and you have a poor solo player kneeling at his knees, he just got down by mobs, and you walk up to execute him and take his stuff, and he's like, "No, sir, please spare me, sir, please," and you're like, "Nah, I'm good," and you just chop his head off, and then you take his stuff, and that would be so funny and memorable. But right now, the way the game is, it's just your little pixelated character walks up, boops him on the head, and then you get his 4.1 cent. Whoop-de-doo, right? Number 5 is minigames. This video game is made in Unity, and Unity is great for minigames. Why aren't you having minigames in your game? Have you ever played an RPG game called Final Fantasy VII? Have you ever went to the Golden Saucer? Those minigames? Why don't we have minigames in Albion Online? Do you know how many minigames there are in World of Warcraft? You can golf, you can bowl, you can play baseball, there's you can fly planes, there's all sorts of crap you can do. All sorts of fun little goofy things you can do. What can you do in Albion Online? Well, I can throw money on the ground. That's a start. It's not really a mini game, but it's a start. Okay. So yeah, I like to throw money at people in town. So what? But the point is that we don't have a lot to do. It's just grind, gather, die, kill, and that's it. Why not have some cool mini games? You got free time devs. You want more money, don't you? Go make some mini games for us to mess around with. Number 6 is the price of premium. It's too high. Look, 31 million silver for a month of premium. If I was a new player, I would have quit. Never come back. And I can tell by the damn rough stone prices. Let's look at them right now. How much is one rough stone? One rough stone is 275. Bro, when the price of rough stone is over 80 silver, your game is dying. That's what that means. That means new players aren't coming into the game, and they aren't doing new player things. And the economy shows there's not a sudden boom in laborers or housing or guild needing rough stones or anything. No, it's the lack of new players. This game is normally a revolving door of new players, and they're just not coming. They're not staying. They're not sticking around. And so with that, you've got to fix the price of premium. You've got to fix it. It's too damn high. Back in the day, from when I started playing, it was 6 million silver, and I could get that in a weekend of just playing casually, right? And imagine someone that works 12 hours a day, and they play this game for 1 to 2 hours every other day or something, right? Maybe they play it 4 to 5 hours a week. They don't want to pay 15 real-life dollars. That's another thing. To get premium, you have to pay 15 real-life dollars. Now, back in the day, it was $5 for premium. Why are you charging triple the amount that you were like just a few years ago? Come on now. Yeah, and I know that in your news post you said, but the economy and the price of blah, 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 blah. No. It's because Stillfront stock has nosedived down into I think it's at 60 cents per share right now instead of $14 like it used to be. And that's why you're charging triple. That's not going to raise the stock price back up. That's not going to raise your player counts back up. Fix the price of premium, lower it back to $5 a month, and you'll see a lot more people resub, and a lot more people run a lot more alt characters, that's for damn sure. I have 100 alts. Imagine if I was big fat money bag whale mode, 100 alts at $5, that's $500. For some rich guy out there, that's chump change. But $15, that's $1,500. Even people that make 6 figures a year probably still wouldn't want to pay that much money into this game. I think the most I've seen someone pay pig is about $800 a month on this game. And yeah, I know that's extreme. That's pretty damn extreme. But the dude was completely loaded and had a rich dad and stuff. But still, the point is, it's too much. Lower the prices or people will play something else. All right, number 7 is Black Zone mobs. Their auto attacks hit too damn hard. When someone is maximum spec and has high IP, like 1,000 IP, and they're in like a tier 6, tier 7 zone, they shouldn't be heavily punished if they stand in one AoE attack. And even if they don't, if you try to fight 2 to 3 black zone mobs at a time, you get down because their auto attacks will burn you more than you can burn them unless you're running a healer build or a very specific mob farming build, which no one wants to do. Every single streamer, YouTuber, content creator out there that I see, they're not playing for efficiency, they're playing for fun. Remember the late Flaccid Baron who would go out and play with dual swords? Dual swords has lower DPS. Yeah, it's good mobility and it's good for PvP. Sure, that's probably why he did it, but it sucks for mob clearing. So you can either make the mobs faster and easier to kill, or you can make it where the mobs don't hit you and chunk you down as hard, because nothing is more frustrating than fighting a mob, and when you finally kill it or get close to killing it, 3 to 4 dudes dismount on top of you, and you can't mount up because there's a mob hitting you and resetting your mount timer, and you're already wounded, and it's stupid, it's dumb, and it's really frustrating. A lot of people play on phones, and a lot of people don't have the mechanical skills to even play this game in the first place, and so they just can't even do the black zone grind. They can't go to black zones and kill the mobs. And if you expect them to wear a 300 to 500k set, where are they getting the money from? No one wants to gather for 30 whole minutes to go out to the black zone for 15 minutes, die, and donate their set to a group of 9 people circle jerking in a Discord. Alright, so this one is a brand new idea no one has ever pitched before for Albion, and that is add a consumable item that, this would be an in-game silver sink or something someone can craft that would be quite costly, but time is money for a lot of people like me, that makes the tedium faster. So let me talk about tedium, alright? Tedium is going to 100 guild islands, just like this one, and going up to each laborer and swapping out the books. Tedium is going to 100 islands with farms and picking all the crops and replanting all the seeds. Alright, that is tedium. So what you can do is add a currency of some sort, or a consumable item, you know, like a can of a squid. We'll say a can of squid, right? And yes, I'm taking this from Sword of Convaleria, a pretty decent game y'all should check out. And essentially, if you consume the item, it will immediately do all the tedious stuff on your island for you instantly, saving you, well, for me, I have 100 islands, so that would save me about 1 whole hour of pixelated, you know, whoopity-doopity talk to the NPC and swap out the bookity books. All right, and I know, and here's the thing, right? You can make it a really hard to craft item or a really expensive to buy item from vendors. I don't care, but even if it cut down my profits to 1/4 of what I currently earn from laborers, I would still do it. So not only are you fixing the economy with this, you have a massive silver sink that people will put millions and billions of silver into, which this game desperately needs. That's why the gold price is so damn high, is there's not enough silver sinks, right? People like me just sit on our massive amount of wealth. And another silver sink you need to fix is number 9. You need to allow attunements for awakened items in safe zones. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I would have thrown billions of silver away attuning all of my weapons if I could level them up in safe zones. And yes, I did level all of these up in the unsafe zones, that's right. You know, especially these bear paws. I had to kill players. I had gank squads coming after me in unsafe zones, but I was in full 8.4, you know, and so I could still kill them. I was nearly wounded and nearly dead because they had numbers, but I had sheer raw item power on my side, and I was able to kill them. And, you know, I would pump this up way more. I would totally pump this up way more, but it's not worth the risk. This is about as risk-adverse as I'm getting. You know, 2 of these, right? This is my favorite weapon in the entire game, besides, well, Shadow Caller and Curse Staff, of course. But, like, look at this. I just have 1 enchantment there. I just have 1 enchantment there. Like, I'm not gonna, like, I really want to enchant the Astral Staff. This is my new favorite, and I'm just not gonna do it. It's too risky. It is too risky for a solo player with no friends and no guild and no family or anything to go out into an unsafe zone for attunements, and you are losing so much. You know, so much, like, I would put hundreds of hours into this grind, so not only would I be playing your game, I would be sinking billions of silver into this. I would actually start my own little service where I level up and attune weapons for you, and then sell them, you know, for maybe just the I don't know, the money back, not even for a profit, just for fun, right? Just to say, you know, oh, Swole Benji crafted this and he attuned it and stuff, and now you're the owner. So you have a proud Swole Benji super weapon, right? And right now, the only people that can technically do that, which is nobody is doing it, and I've went to every single streamer, not as Swole Benji, but as a rich and wealthy, you know, alternate persona, and offered them multiple millions to do this, and no one wants to do it. Not a single streamer wants to do it. Not a single YouTuber wants to do it because the risk is too damn high. And you're like, well, that's what makes the weapon special. No, it doesn't. Because what this means is that everyone that's in a guild who has some semblance of power, like an officer or a guild leader, just makes their guild defend them while they level up the weapons. I've seen it many, many times. That's the only attuned weapons out there are because guilds protect the one guy as he fame farms. It's the lamest crap ever, and it's basically gatekeeping all your min-max. Like, we play this game to min-max. One of the greatest things about Albion Online is that in-game gear was not gate-kept. If you wanted an 8.4 curse staff, you did not have to get into a raid group and slay a dragon every week for 6 months. You did not have to suck guild toes and bend the knee and suck up to people in a Discord server to join their World of Warcraft guild and fight, you know, a giant burning golem dude. No, you could just chop trees and sell the wood, and when you had enough money, you just buy it. You just straight up buy the curse staff that you want, and then you're happy. You have the best weapon in the game, and you're so happy and you get to kill stuff with it. And that's what makes people want to keep playing the game and play it for a long time. And because we can't attune things in safe zones, we can't get the best gear, and so when we go do faction, well, like, I haven't done faction warfare, like, all year. You want to know why? Because these Martlock dorks all have 8.4 fully attuned werewolf weapons, and the only way to kill a werewolf that's fully attuned is with a whispering bow. So I'm forced, if I ever want to do any faction warfare stuff, if I want to heal, tank, DPS, it doesn't matter. I have to bring this with me, the whole set with me. And when one of these werewolves show up, I swap to this just to scare them off for 10 minutes until they go get 3 pocket healers, and then I'm forced to leave. And it's not fun. And you know, well, you know, they earned it because they have the guild and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you're gatekeeping. You're gatekeeping all of us away from playing even in the safe zones at this point. So, yeah, that's why there's a reason why the player count is dying. And finally, number 10, the bots have to go. You have to get rid of the bots. This game was amazing at bot removal. I remember my very first ever bot report. It was some guy that was on rails, like, running around chopping trees all weird like, and I was still new at the time, and I reported, and I'm like, I think this guy's a bot. And not even 5 minutes later, a game master messaged me, and this is way back in the day, before I even made YouTube videos on the game. And he was like, hi, I'm Game Master, blah, blah, blah. And so you think you found a bot? I'm like, yeah. And so the Game Master teleported to my location and took a look at the bot and did a little bit of investigating. And then the Game Master killed this was in a yellow zone, by the way, killed the bot on the spot and let me loot all of its stuff that didn't break from it dying. So I got me some tier 8 gathering tools that I couldn't use, and I just ended up selling them and tier 8 ox and stuff, and I was happy. I was a happy camper because I got rewarded for reporting the bot, and the Game Master was, like, on it. Like, within 5 minutes, they were hitting me up and like, oh, hey, so you reported a bot, you know where he's at, and, you know, can you take me to him, blah, blah, blah. And so you know what I did? Oh, I went around looking for bots, and I didn't find a lot of bots. There wasn't that many back then. And I kept my eyes peeled, and when I did find a bot, I, reported, of course, and, sometimes 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour later, I'd get a message, and they're like, oh, yeah, we took care of that bot, thanks, bro. And it's like, oh, yeah, hey, I'm glad y'all are doing something. I played this other game, New World, blah, 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 right? I played this other game, World of Warcraft, and they don't do nothing to the bots. And like, yeah, man, we try our best, right? And now it's nothing. You can report a bot, and they go months without a ban. If you ever want to check if a bot got banned, on your islands, put a chest in a house, just a little treasure chest, and add the bot's name to access it. Now, as long as you don't add the bot's name to access your island, they can never get there. But you would go to your chest, and you'd go to access rights, and you would just type in the bot name, right, and then add it there. And when you see that the name becomes deleted or unavailable, or it'll say like name unavailable or something instead of the bot's name, then you know the bot got banned because the character got deleted. And again, go ahead and go to all the phishing bots and all the heart transport bots. I can't believe, dude, there are so many heart transport bot videos on YouTube. They're just openly advertising botting. They're openly advertising the radar hacks and stuff. The hacking has gotten out of control in this game. It's so bad. But you report them and nothing happens. They don't even, it's like they don't care anymore. I know that they must have downsized the game masters or something. I don't know what they did. But yeah, it takes like 2 weeks for a game master to answer a regular ticket. I don't even bother anymore putting in tickets for stuff. Like, it's not my job. It's not my job to help the game. Like, if I find a bug, I just don't tell anyone. I'm not allowed to make a video about the bug because they'll ban my account if I do, until I take the video down, which has happened. But whenever other creators do it, they don't get banned. So it's kind of unfair. It's like I'm too big to report a bug on my channel, right? And so when I find a bug, I just don't tell them. I don't use the bug. I don't abuse the bug. I don't mess with the bug. I just avoid it. And I just keep it a secret. And yeah, there's like a lot of unfixed bugs. There's a handful of bugs right now that they've been bugs for a couple years. And you know, if the company was ever nice to me, if they ever put me in their partner program, let me in the roundtable Discord, and treated me like a human, maybe I would do my due diligence as what is essentially I'm basically a quality assurance tester for free, right? That's basically what I do on YouTube, okay? And you know, maybe I'd help them out a little bit, but no, they aren't banning the bots. You've got to do something. Just hire one guy to ban all the bots, okay? And I know that they'll come back. I know how the bot fight works. You know, if you start banning the bots, they change their behaviors to make them harder to detect. Bro, as a player, you know who's a bot and who's not. If you're a game master, you teleport a bot somewhere, and if they don't have a human reaction to it, then they're a bot. All right? I was on the test server smashing a game master building for some event where you could, like, you know, get some tier 5 gear and go into the mists. Back when they were testing out the mists and the Nightfall Abbeys, there was an event on the test server, so I got a siege hammer, and I started to break some game master buildings, and, you know, Flaccid Baron reported me because he's a little, well, whatever, you know, I'm not going to say, but, so a game master teleported me back to Bridgewatch, and I'm like, okay, I guess they don't want me doing that. I wasn't actually going to break the building. I was just going to knock it down to like 10% and leave it alone. I just wanted to get some attention and troll people. But, you know, a game master teleporting me to town, that's a clear message. Hey, don't do this. Or if a game, like say you're transporting, say you're heart transporting, and suddenly a game master is like, hello, I'm game master, blah, blah, blah. How are you today? Well, a bot might be able to read that and be like, hello, I am a human, wink, wink. But if you teleport the bot randomly, a bot's just going to go back on rails and continue transporting. Whereas a real human's going to be like, WTF? I just teleported across the map. What happened? What? And they're going to like spin in circles. They're going to get all confused. They're not going to know what's going on. And then if you do it a few more times and then you say, hey, I'm Game Master, blah, blah, blah. Can you tell me what happened? And you're like, oh yeah, I just got randomly teleported. And like, yeah, I did that. I was checking to see if you're a bot. Thanks, bye. Like, it's not that hard to do. It's really simple. It's not hard to be a game master. You just have to do it. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of companies and game masters have gotten lazy because there's no profit in banning bots. If anything, the bots bring higher player counts to the game. Because when some doofus is running a phone bot farm with 100 bots, and you can see them run through the tutorial zone all blobbed together, you know, being multi-boxed, essentially. It's a sad sight to see, right? But, you know, to the game, that's plus 100 players on Steam. Oh boy, I really enjoy that one, right? And so they don't do anything about it. But they need to. The players want this. This list is 10 things the players want, and we want the bots gone. I want fishing to be a profitable gathering hobby. I want gathering to go up in value so that it's more than 1 million silver per hour. That way we can get that damn premium faster, right? But with the bots chunking the economy into the dirt, just look at the Asia servers economy. It's in shambles. It is unrecoverable due to the mass botting, okay? That's just how it is. So the bots have to go. that's the video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And sorry I haven't been uploading as much lately. My real life health has been really bad. Like, I think it's gout. I don't know what it is, but my foot has been so swollen up, like literally swole foot. Benji here. That I can't walk on it. And I don't have, like, I didn't have crutches or anything. I had to have my girlfriend go get me some, but essentially, like, to move around, I had to stand on one foot and swing my arms as hard as I can while hopping on that one foot to get around, just to feed myself and use the bathroom and shower, because I can't walk. And now there's, like, some weird red rash on my hand that is so dry. It's dried my skin out to the point where it's bleeding. And I don't have medicine or anything, so I've just been wiping lip balm on it to try to seal it up. So, I don't know what's going on, but I'll make a video if I die. I actually have a video made where if I do die and I don't delay the video to be published, it'll just come out. So, you'll know if I die from whatever I've got going on. But the foot thing, I think it's just gout because I've been fasting. And apparently you can get gout from fasting. I don't eat a lot of meat or sugar. So, it's not from that. It's got to be from fasting. But I know that y'all don't care about this stuff. I just want to update you guys why I haven't been uploading as often. I haven't been eating that much because I'm immobile right now. I can't go exercise or go out anywhere. I'm just freaking stuck, all right? Hobbling around. So, yeah, it's a bummer. But maybe I'll get better and I'll pump out some more videos. And members are getting videos. Channel members got a video about the upcoming smugglers stuff in the Black Zone, and there's a really useful video that y'all should watch. Channel members, if you haven't checked your members tab lately, go check that out, because you guys are going to have a huge economic boom with that current video, man. I'll tell you what, you guys are going to be making multiple millions the first day, maybe even billions. I'm in line to make about 500 million. On the first day, and I don't even need money, so it's like, whatever, right? So I want you guys to really have the most of the benefits, but it's pretty crazy. That update is going to make a lot of people rich that know what they're doing, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can get that members vid that explains a very basic concept, and then you can put 2 and 2 together, and yeah, make yourself some silver. It's worth it than, you know, paying $15 to Albion for premium, that's for sure. $5 a month, click the join button down below. If you can't see the join button, then your country doesn't support it. That's YouTube's fault, not mine. There's nothing I can do. There's no alternative. I'm sorry. And finally, join the Discord, link in the description. Do the questionnaire. Become a Chad Gamer today. If you can't or don't want to pay the $5 a month, I'll give you the info if you hit Chad rank in the Discord. Hint, no one's hit Chad rank in a year. Nobody. All right? You're just not compatible. I'm sorry. But anyway, with that said, click the video on the right side. Are these eggs on the table? These are really big eggs. And yes, I would eat this many eggs. I know this is for multiple people. I don't care. Anyway, hit that video on the right side of your screen. Right now, there should be a video on the right side. Click on it right now. And if you don't, the next time that you go outside, it's going to be extra bright and it's going to burn your eyes and it's not going to be fun.